is a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
It is good.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. The Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, and now to Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Quarter.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
10 at the 27-yard line.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
Devondre Campbell.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 22, Wilson. Pass complete to Richard, the running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Leonard Fournette. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish? finish to the run all the way into the end zone.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
5-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know.
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
He was brought down by...
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he will incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now Minshew. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Aaron Donald, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson throwing now, but it's incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. This pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rashad Jones. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On play action, they'll throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Able to find Kirk, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Minshew sets to throw. How did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Escaping the pressure right. Minshew has it knocked out. And that is going to skip out of bounds. down, so a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Minshew. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught inside the 25. He's gonna go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Complete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
A big gain on the play brings up 2nd and goal to go.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Fournette. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the punt, return of 4, and the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew, they go with a screen to goal. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taking about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 20.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson.
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly. And oftentimes on the move, when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out. The 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And now here's another interception. Picked up at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground, this time with goal. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A 49-yard attempt.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
It wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Alshon Jeffrey. Incomplete.
Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. That's complete to Slayton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Not much there, only a yard.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow him down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block?
Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and picked up by the Chargers. And these guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A handoff to Fournette. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's a give to Fournette. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
He was brought down by Chris.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now the 5th-year running back is Jalen Richard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Leonard Fournette, touchdown number 22 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. Right side, Henry's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yards to go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Staying on his feet. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They go play action with Wilson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Here's Wilson. And Jeffrey's got it. Oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
23-yard line.
Now Wilson. This throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Los Angeles. Russell Wilson. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Taylor. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points. And this will be caught at the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and maybe tied it up. Instead, they don't get it. It's still downtown.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Fournette running right. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
He was brought down by Chris Harris. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They